All right, Ray Hayden here, and this is another video on the different components that I've selected for the build of my computer. And this is the SilverStone SG12 case. Now on the front it's got a power button, a reset button, a couple of USB ports, and then a headphone and a microphone access point. It also has a 5.25 inch access panel here for if I want to put a optical drive or other such item in the case. I can do that there. Now over on the side of the case, I don't know if we can see through here very much, behind this panel is a fan, okay, and the fan will bring air into or out of. I'll have to look at it and see how it works then. And then looking through the back of the box, we can see way down in there, there's the access for the 5.5 inch panel. And then, I don't know if we're going to be able to see through. I'm not going to take the back of it off. I'm not going to take the cover off. I've already taken it off. It looks very nice. But in this side over here and under, let's go to the front. Behind this panel right here, behind this area, is space for a number of drives, a number of various storage devices or other things you would want to put into your case. And it's all very nice. I like having the front panel USB connections. I'll get into that after I get the computer together and show you how and why I want to use the computer in certain ways. But the computer is short. You know, that's my hand right there. Let me see if you can see my hand along the side of the computer. It's only that tall. You know, so it's only about as tall as my hand, which is good. This is a handle. I can grab the handle. I see that my ring might scratch up the case a little bit. Again, that's not too horribly bad. Maybe I'll just grab it with my right hand where I don't wear a ring. And but it's got a handle on it, so that makes it semi-portable. You don't want to necessarily be walking around with this thing like a laptop, because after I put all the components in there, this thing's going to be very heavy. But if need to move it, I can, you know, probably just grab the handle in the front, support it in the back, and carry the thing off to wherever it is I need to use it. But that was the reason why I wanted to build it. So I wanted to build a smaller, more compact computer that had a whole lot of punch. And the specific reasons for this computer again were to assemble a computer that can do video editing and rendering at a much faster speed than I currently do on my little laptop. I also want to be able to see high graphic games. I do enjoy high graphic games. Who doesn't? Come on. Anyway, so I want to see that. And one of my big testing protocols for that is actually the flight simulator that's built into Google Earth. Google Earth Flight Simulator and the three-dimensional buildings that are in Google Earth. I would like to see those, you know, just render up real fast and sharp. I would like to see how that works, and we will see how that works after I get a computer put together. And then I want to make some decisions later on about what I want to do with this 5.25 bay. Do I want to put an optical drive in there? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I do have an external DVD drive that I'll be using, and with this device, as well as because of the USBs and the Thunderbolt built into the motherboard and some other options that I have available. You know, I may not want to do a whole lot of changes at all to the front part of the case, even installing that 5.25 device. I may not even want to do that. It keeps the cases a little bit lighter as well. I mean, an optical drive doesn't weigh that much, but you know, compared to everything else and putting everything else in, the wiring and maybe the cooling aspects of it and everything, that might be an issue. So I'll look at everything careful, much more detail later on in regards to that. And I have another video I'm going to make about Microsoft Windows 10, which is the operating system that I'll be using here. One thing that I discovered is I need to use Windows 10 on this, because the Kaby Lake processor seems to kind of like that. And there's some other future moving technology that Windows 10 or the Windows operating system and the Kaby Lake or the Core i7K 7700K will kind of want to go that way. We'll talk about that later on after I get the computer together, up and running and using it. And so that will pretty much end the video on the introduction to the case itself, which I did, of course, remove from its great big box. And until we get to it in the next video, take care and be well.